AI in a state agency. Are estate agents doing it all wrong? Today, I'm joined by the wonderful Toby Martin, estate and letting agency guru, an all-round top bloke geezer. And thanks for joining me today, Toby. Talk to me about AI in a estate and letting agency.
Well, I'm worried about AI at the moment. And I'll tell you why, because I think we've reached...
What, they're going to take over the world?
That's...
Terminator, I'll be back. I have an offer from Mrs. Jones. She won't come up. She'll be terminated.
Before we reach that point, I think that we're at a point now where
we've got this... No one's watching, don't we? We'll do the T3000, the estate agent. There you go. Look at my pie chart.
Look at the size of my market share.
It is, I am number one, but I have only have 3%. But at least it's bigger than everyone else's. It's like everyone's measuring themselves in the... No, don't go there because I'll get shot, but we all know what we're talking about.
We all know what you're going to say, yeah.
I've got the biggest, yeah, but it's 3%. 3%. Wow. Come on, let's get this around. Let's go. Right, come on. Let's bring it back. Zoom, focus.
I'm sure I had an important point to make somewhere.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay,
they're doing it all wrong. Hype versus reality. Come on.
We've got quite a big embrace of AI now. Lots of agents are using it, and
just doing it for brochures, mate.
That's the thing is, though, that I think that we're getting pretty good at detecting AI now, at spotting clumsy, quite primitive AI writing, and like those big hyphens, Americanized spelling. So what a lot of agents are still doing is just going to AI, putting in a very basic prompt and using whatever comes out, which means that they're losing their personality, their individuality, and they're at risk of using exactly the same type of text and copy as every other agent in town who's using AI, and losing that opportunity to be unique and to promote their particular brand voice. So what I would love to see more of is agents learning how to use AI a little bit more thoroughly, in terms of training it, in terms of even creating their own custom GPTs. And there's a new ChatGPT feature called Projects, where you can upload documents such as your brand voice. You can even go to other agents who you like their writing and their tone of voice, and copy and paste excerpts of their text and put that as your tone of voice. It doesn't even have to be a state agency. It can be other businesses from anywhere in the world. Then you can upload documents like your own company services, your own company history, your brand avatars, and you can feed all of that into ChatGPT and save it, so that every time you return to it, it takes all of that information on board before writing whatever you want it to write. And that's how you make ChatGPT stand out amongst what is now quite a crowded market of AI marketing and writing. And so for me, I would love to see agents educate themselves a little bit more about AI. There's free courses online. Google has a free course.
Indeed. I mean, there's this new website where you can find out how to do this. It's YOUTUBE.
I thought you were going to say TikTok then, Chris.
No. But taking what's the name aside, if you can just allow half a day and just go onto YouTube and say, how do I teach ChatGPT how to get my brand voice?
Absolutely.
There's so much stuff out there.
Yeah.
In fact, you can actually go into ChatGPT and ask it to teach you to
exactly.
teach yourself.
The greatest thing is to tell ChatGPT to explain how to use ChatGPT. And we're in one of our previous videos, Chris, we discussed about the dangers of blending in too much in your market and being anonymous or homogenized, yes, synonymous and unidentifiable from your competition. And AI is at risk of giving us just another way of blending in. If we're all using it the same way, then it's producing the same or very similar content. So we have to be wary about losing our personality. But come on, Chris, what about you? Do you use AI in your work at all?
Yeah, I use it to help me do some of the heavy lifting, in terms of checking the article for English, but also just making sure it works to my audience in terms of the stuff I content write for agents. I I have invested in Prospector Pro, John Paul's firm, and it's the first firm I have invested in, and that monitors all your calls and then spots opportunities that your negs are, that listens to the call, the empathy, the soft stuff, and also what you're saying, and then gives recommendations to the negs on what opportunities they've missed and how they could answer it. And then also as a boss, you can judge your team members and see who's really good at price reductions or who's good at getting over fee issues.
JP showed me that platform and it is really smart. And what I love about it is it's also got that extra gamification in it, which is something that works so well with teams, to just give them incentives and to make it fun. And that's such a smart use of AI. Absolutely.
There's the life cycle CRM system. I went to their presentation back end of last week. We're filming this, ladies and gentlemen, in early Feb. And that has an inbuilt AI system on the CRM. So you can just ask it questions like, based on previous performance, what is our cash flow likely to be for the next 3 months?
That's really smart.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Or show me every property that's been on the market 3 weeks or less that hasn't had a viewing.
And that is ultimately what we want, is for AI to be ingrained within our CRMs and within our systems. And it's really fascinating to see that starting to emerge.
So really impressed with that. I think there's an awful lot of estate agents think AI is just there for writing brochures and making plenty of pictures, when in reality it's there to do some really heavy lifting. I've thrown in spreadsheets of 14,000 lines.
Yeah.
And asked it to spot, for my stats show. But again, the agents could do this themselves on their own stats, and to spot trends within certain ranges. And the figures that came out just blew my mind.
Yeah, it's unreal. And the fact that I think one of the bigger unexplored areas of AI is, even with ChatGPT, it's so easy now to upload documents to it. And so providing it with materials to review and analyse is something that a lot of us need to get better at doing.
And don't, one of the things for the stats show, as I said, I have these group of agents with these stats. I want you to look at the top 50, 100, 150, 250, all the way to 1,000. And I said, give me the range which makes these agents look better than those than the average. And it came back within 5 seconds saying, you look at the top 350, because that makes... And it's like anything in this world, it's the questions you ask that give you the answers you need.
Absolutely.
So just think outside the box.
Yeah.
It works really well.
It does.
Thank you for your time today, Toby.
Well, thank you, Chris. I think you've taught me quite a lot today.